Hey, welcome back everyone. After some mild setbacks and technical difficulties, we've returned to Let's Play Every Shantae to begin part 34. That's right, Shantae, we're back in action and... okay. Risky Boost is not pleased with us. I'm sorry, Risky, it wasn't my fault. Wait, okay. For a second I thought she had did something to Sky and Roddy Tops. You know, like make them walk the plank or something. Seems like that's right up her alley. If she even has a plank. It's not even a pirate ship. That's like a little tugboat. All pomp and circumstance with her. But she knows how to drive, so she's getting this map. Lead us to Bogged, which is the next item on the agenda. But before we do that, I think we need to backtrack a bit and refresh. So first thing I need to get out of the way, yes, for those who've been following the series from the beginning, not those of you who are catching this well after the fact, because it really won't affect you, but there were some delays with this in my other videos, all, in this case, PC related. Now, the good news is, I've still got the old hardware I was using, I've got everything fixed and working again. The bad news is, I have to start from scratch. My old save files were erased, so I had to play back from the beginning. Which is why I don't have the power cake at the moment. I'm not trying to buy it right now because it proved to not be as useful as I was hoping. I'm still going to get it, just not in a big rush. But I did max out her hair abilities this time, so she's going to be faster and stronger in that regard. Walking follicles of death here. And give me Sky an unwelcome flashback. Yeah, Shantae won't admit it, but she loves the outfit. I mean, she kept it. That says something. The good news is I should do a little better moving forward because having to go through all that stuff again, you know, I'd like to think I picked up a little bit of skills. Here's hoping. We'll see. And what did Bolo do now? Okay, feeling sorry for himself. Par for the course. Yeah, it was really hot there. In more ways than one. And they had to wear those little bathing suits. What did you expect? You're teasing the man. You know? Who wouldn't have been around to see that? Alright, and Sky's parents. She probably kicked them out of the house. They kind of asked for it. She threw the mummy out. Oh, just so some poor hapless villager can walk by and read the inscription and turn the stone too? These are the most irresponsible people on the planet. It's a miracle that Sky made it to adulthood. Maybe she had a nanny. That might have been her saving grace. And some things never seem to change. Old Scuttleby here still feeling sorry for himself. Perpetually. But yeah, he's going to give us some money for some lobster tails. I'm okay with that. Gonna take that 100 gems. Not gonna look back. And still have one to our name, which I'm definitely going to save because health. It's kind of important. At some point, I'm going to want to stock up on some auto potions just to take that out of the equation. But not just yet. Money's not looking too bad, actually. But still gonna be a little thrifty here. And on to Bogged we go. Oh, that was another thing. Traveling back, going to Tanline Temple again, I found a lot of hidden passageways in the walls that I missed the first time through that hid a lot of treasure, a lot of gems. So saving money was a lot easier than it was in the first run. And, okay, I need to pay attention to what she's saying here. It looks important. The genies defeated the Pirate Master, but drained all their magic to do it. No more magic from either side, light or dark. At the risk of being picky, that just seems kind of contrived to me. Why can't it just be magic? It's the whole light and dark dynamic in fiction is just really starting to wear me out. You just everybody uses it. It's so played out, you know. I like to know what started that, because I don't see that in the real world. I don't see things as like it's light and then dark, you know? I mean, You know, it's like, look at the sun. Look at outer space, you know. There's light and there's dark, and they seem to be getting along just fine, you know. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I just don't see the world in such stark terms. Like literally everything is one-sided. It just doesn't pan out that way. But maybe it's just me. And speaking of dark, it's very, very dreary here in Bogged. I'm pretty sure we faced these enemies in the first Shantae game. A very welcome change being that we can actually destroy them now. Couldn't do that before, at least not all of them. They were basically just an animated obstruction. And Pirate Flare, always glad to have another one of those. And definitely wanted that backflip move. This is my Achilles heel. I can't resist using new abilities and items, even when it's not an opportune time. Which results in me taking far more hits than I ever needed to. And placing Shantae in danger. And I'll get better about it, I promise. Just won't be this video. Because I got to have my fun first. These things are obnoxious. Ugh. World's most dangerous Play-Doh. Down. Those stones are placed kind of conspicuously. I'm almost thinking that I can destroy them, but nope. Not currently, at least. And I probably should save, looking at my hearts. Now, one thing that you can do that I found out unintentionally, if you save your game and exit back to the main menu and restart, that is reload, she'll be back at full health no matter where you left off at. So if you really want to play things cheap, you can do that. I'm not going to bother. I don't think that's what they intended you to do. And I'm not that desperate, to be quite honest. I noticed that heart squid up there, but I don't see how I'm going to be able to reach it. Can definitely reach you. And wow, can you tell she's been powered up? Give me that magic. Please. Thank you. Because the magic originated with the genies, who knows, this might actually be Shantae's magic. So, yeah, she's the rightful owner. I don't feel bad about taking that. Ugh, just leave them alone. We don't need the gold that bad. Excuse me, gems. Just so conditioned to calling it gold, you know. Most common form of currency in video games, after all. Yeah, actually, you don't see a lot of games with dollar bills, cash, that sort of thing. But then again, how many games take place in a modern world setting, too? But even the Final Fantasy games, the recent ones, they look pretty 21st century, don't they? But they stick to the same money, don't they? They still use the gil. That has been a serious staple. I don't know. I haven't played a Final Fantasy since 12, so... Or not even 12. I haven't played a Final Fantasy since X, 10, so... Really behind the times with that series. And I just kind of lost interest. It got a little too, quote-unquote, realistic for my liking. I like my games to remain games. That's just my own personal taste. To each their own. Live and let live. And I guess he's going to hold it against us. I think we need to join the unliving to get by him. That Hexer guy, so it's time to backtrack. You missed. She's famished. Minor fix. Should be enough to get us through. I'm trying to save my pirate flares. That's why I'm holding back on that. Let's see if we can make it back to Risky in one piece and find whatever we need to find to get by Hexer. He looks like a hard fellow to please though, so your guess is as good as mine on what we'll need to find. In the meantime, I just have to try not to die to these things. I kind of feel bad about hitting the beetles. Just a little bit. But you know how it goes. If I give them enough time, they'll attack me. With that spread shot, don't want that. Not a good way to start the morning. Whew. These things are a little too good at sneaking up on me. Yeah, I'm gonna save it again. Why not? You're offering your services for free, old man? I will happily accept. Some of the best things in life indeed. Okay. Because they're in the way. What do we get? Another pirate flare? Alright, you guys keep this up. I'm gonna stop stocking and saving on that. You know what? I wonder if that, what looks like a rotting shell, I wonder if that's a callback to the enemies in the first game, those giant snails that would rise up out of the ground. Anybody remember those? Yeah, those guys aren't getting up, that's for sure. I really do enjoy all the nods and callbacks to the first game. It's nice to see that they haven't forgotten where they began. So, 2 other areas that we haven't unlocked, but we're not worried about that right now. We want to go to Spiderweb Island. Now that we have this scimitar, we can pick up some more things here. I remember there being at least 1 hard squid here for sure. Definitely want to get that. Clearly I'm going to need it. Now if you're low on money, trying to increase your fundage, this is a good place to go. The zombies here obviously are good cash drops. 1 apiece, but if you keep hitting their head around until it explodes, you can get extra gems that way. Best spot seems to be Tanline Temple again. I'm not going to take the time to show it off, but if you go back to the inner temple area, close to where you find your friends, there are several walls in the area that you can go through to break some bases and get a whole lot of gems. And all you have to do is exit the door, re-enter, and they'll respawn. So that's the best bet. At this point I have plenty though, so I'm just going to collect what I can along the way. Along with this fossil. I was actually hoping for a hard squid, but I guess this is good, and they don't normally hide in treasure chests anyway. Lack of oxygen probably being a reason. And this is probably good because it's probably what we're going to need to advance. After all, fossils aren't alive, right? It's kind of what makes them a fossil. First things first though. In the name of good health and a happy heart. Let's see, and I got 4 of them, perfect. It's that time again. Ugh. Fair enough. I don't even know why I'm going back that way. We don't want to take part in that again. Twice was enough. Thankfully you guys only had to sit with me through the first. Though the second time was much smoother. You know, experience. And do I want to wade back through them, or do I want to just use a pirate flare? I guess it would be wasteful. It's not that far to go. These shoes are made for walking after all. Let's put them to good use. And besides, I want to talk to Poe, see if we can hitch a ride, check in with Roddy and her brother Abner. They might have some valuable information for us. They might even have an item for us after everything we've done. You know, they might be feeling appreciative, want to give Shantae a little gift there. Probably wishful thinking on my part, but since we're already here, and still can't go that way. What's on your mind, guys? Okay. You heard the man. Doesn't like that place, doesn't want to talk about it. Bad memories. And Roddy, you're so good at giving me information that I no longer need, thank you. With thinly veiled clues that are obsolete. She's clearly talking about the fossil that we've already picked up, so We're out of here. Poe, you remain the most helpful out of the three. Never change. And we're not worried about them at this point. I mean, if they get in the way, they get in the way, but I'm not looking for a fight, really. Honest. But how do you tell a zombie no? They don't listen. That's the problem with the undead. And why do they sound like drowning cats? Anyway, Risky, get us out of here, please. I appreciate it. Stop over and scuttle. We have to make a deposit at the Squid Bank, as well as the bathhouse, I'm thinking. Unless this regenerates our health to full automatically, this is a good time to find out. Science at work. And I'm sorry, Squid, you deserved better from me. Yep, full heal. Good to know. Starting on row 2. And where's the Squid Baron while we're just slaughtering his children wholesale to make ourselves stronger? You'd think he'd have something to say about it, but no, he's a no-show. Just too self-centered. And you got that power kick again. Just to round out the package. And since we're here, we might as well check in with... Wait. I didn't want to do that. Come back. I want to check in with Mimic and Bolo. Starting with Mimic, he would probably actually know what to do with this fossil. Oh, he says give it to Bolo? Shh, you say so. See where this goes. Don't chew on it. Oh goodness. What are we gonna do with you, Bolo? Oh, okay. It's a ritual death mask. 15,000 years old. That's going back a bit. He said not something we should wear, so remember that. Got the death mask. Now we're playing Resident Evil. I knew there was a reason why I preferred glasses over contacts. It's as though it exists in a world apart from our own. Clues, clues, clues. I think you guys know what we need to do. We need to head back to Mudball. I think we know a lich who would be interested in this. But that's gonna have to wait till part 35. We're gonna call it a day here. So good to be back. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care of yourselves. Do a little dance, and hopefully, I'll see you soon.